What's up, everybody? Thanks for tuning into the channel today. Now, just before I get to the main content of the day, which of course is going to be Lane Hutson, today is Remembrance Day here in Canada, and I thought it'd be kind of neat to. I got thinking today about how thankful I am, and just want to express that even here on my channel today. So, what I'd like to do actually is just a 10-second moment of silence before I move ahead with the video today. So, just join me in that if you would. That'd be great. Thank you. And thank you especially to our veterans. We remember you. We are thankful for you, and we'll never, ever, ever forget you. So I just wanted to do that today because I realized, before I was going to make a YouTube video today, that the freedom that we have, even just to do little things like these here in my little studio in my basement, I don't have the freedom to do something so simple without the sacrifice of our veterans. And I just want to take a moment today. So thank you so much, guys, for partaking in that with me. Just thought that would be special. It meant a lot to me to do that. So, all right, guys. So the topic of the day, yes. So it is Lane Hutson. We know he's our 62nd overall draft pick this year in the NHL entry draft at the Bell Center in Montreal, where many feel, and I'm included in that, that we got him as a steal, and I think that he's going to be so much better than we ever expected. Is Lane Hutson going to be? And this is a player that I'm more excited about, I think, than any other prospect coming up right now. Maybe Sean Farrell, the more I follow him. But I'm going to give you guys a mock power play, my first mock power play that Lane Hutson will be a part of when he makes the Montreal Canadiens. So I can't wait to show you that in a moment here. But before we do that, some thoughts I have on Lane Hutson. So I just had a lot of excitement building up here because, and I have to give credit also to Grant McKegg of recruits.ca, because he was posting some clips of Hudson yesterday, and it got me thinking about this player and how much our power play is suffering right now. And it's gotten a little bit better. I think we're working on it, but more times often than not, it just doesn't look as effective as it certainly could be, or it's going to be once this guy gets here. So Lane Hutson will be somebody that will drastically change the Montreal Canadiens power play when he gets here. And I really believe he's going to make the Habs a top 5 power play in the NHL when he gets here. Maybe not in the first season, maybe not even in the second season, but I don't think it's going to take him that long to help make the Canadiens a top 5 power play unit in the NHL. Both units combining to be a strong power play unit altogether is what I should say, because there are 2 units. But what could the Habs power play look like when Lane Hutson actually gets here? Well, I've drawn up a mock first. I only came up with one potential because I thought this was the best one I could come up with so far, just based on the projections of our prospects, including Lane Hutson. So the first mock power play line that Lane Hutson could be a part of, if we put it together, could look something like this: Nick Suzuki, Cole Caulfield, Uri Slavkovsky, Sean Farrell, and Lane Hutson quarterbacking it at the back on the blue line. So this got me really excited just looking at this potential first power play unit for the Habs in maybe a couple of years when Lane Hutson gets here. It might even be as early as next year. So Lane Hutson, he turns 19 this February, so only in a few months. He turns 19 years old on February the 14th on Valentine's Day. Currently listed at 5'9", 148 pounds. I feel like he's probably a little bit more than that now. But we all got our first taste of him at Habs development camp, and he was helping to run the drills in the Habs power play. In the Habs rookie camp. So that was our development camp, whatever you want to call it. But it was amazing to see that. And Marie-Philippe Poulin was one of the first people that noticed how much he stood out from the pack. He was helping to run the drills at that camp. So pretty amazing stuff from him. Now, the last power play quarterback that we had, as you can tell by the jersey I'm wearing today, was this guy right here, Andrei Markov. So General Markey himself was the last power play quarterback that we had. And I really firmly believe that Lane Hutson is going to surpass potentially anything. I shouldn't say anything. Potentially surpass Andrei Markov by a long shot. And you know what? We want to look at comparable players. So who is comparable to Lane Hutson? So in other words, I had another graphic for this. Now it is very, very early. He hasn't even signed his entry-level contract yet with the Canadiens. I realize that. But I have a similar feeling with Lane Hutson that I did with Cole Caulfield. And my Habs Tonight team were making fun of me because I was so high on Caulfield, and now look at him. Right? So even Grant McKegg in his video clips yesterday, Grant was showing how some of the similarities in the elusiveness and the playmaking abilities that Hutson has, Caulfield has. So this will help on the back end on the power play. Just, having a forward like Caulfield and a defenseman like Hutson in that power play, and maybe Sean Farrell with his high octane offensive ability. I can't wait. So all that to say, it's very early, but what could be the potential ceiling for Lane Hutson? In terms of size, stature, it's potentially somebody like Torrey Krug. Now, Torrey Krug is 5'9", same height as Hutson, but he's up to 194 currently on HockeyDB, his weight. So what's the best season points production wise that Torrey Krug has actually had? Well, it's 59 points in the 2017-2018 season with the Boston Bruins. That was good for 14 goals, 45 assists. And I really believe that Lane Hutson very well will surpass that. I think Lane Hutson will be at least a 60-point player, but I think he could be a 60, 70-point player. Will he get up to Cale Makar numbers? That's the big question. So Cale Makar is a superstar. Let's get that very, very clear. We know that. He's a superstar. He's the defenseman that every kid wants to be nowadays. Your modern-day Bobby Orr, whatever you want to call him. But I don't think that Lane Hutson's potential it's impossible for him to reach a 70, 80-point season, much like Cale Makar. Now, Cale Makar has reached over 86 was his highest point total in 2021-22 when the Colorado Avalanche won the Stanley Cup. But to me, what is the ceiling? I don't think we fully know yet. I think it's still very early, but I know for sure he can surpass Torrey Krug's numbers, just in terms of a stature, size, that kind of comparison. But in terms of talent, I don't know that I think the sky might be the limit for this kid. That's all I'm trying to say. So, this line had me pretty excited. Like, once again, Suzuki, Caulfield, Slavkovsky, Sean Farrell, and Hutson on a power play could be deadly, absolutely deadly. So many elements to that power play. Maybe insert Kirby Dach in there for one of the guys. But you could have two potential strong power play units. I probably will have to work on the second power play unit for my next video about Lane Hutson when he's involved. But anyway, that's pretty much all I got. I was really excited to talk about him today. So let me know your comments down below. How excited are you for Lane Hutson, especially seeing how much work the power play still needs right now for the Montreal Canadiens? How excited are you to get him into that power play? I can't wait, personally. I'm really pumped. So talk to you guys soon. Can't wait to hear what you guys have to say in the comments. And we'll see you guys probably post-game for the Habs and Pittsburgh Penguins on Saturday night. Talk soon, guys.